St. Lucia. The name itself sounds like a melody. It whispers of green mountains and blue water. But I came for something more. I came for the taste. This island, nestled in the Caribbean, holds a secret. A secret kept in its kitchens and on its tables. The food here tells a story of history, of people, of survival. The flavors are bold, they are honest, they are born from the land and the sea. This isn't just about pretty food on a fancy plate. No, St. Lucian food is real, it is cooked with heart, it is shared with joy. The island's culinary traditions are deep, they are a mix of cultures, African, French, British, East Indian. All these influences have simmered together. They created something unique, something truly Lucian. I was ready to dive in, to explore the markets, to meet the cooks, to understand what makes this island's food so special. The air itself seems seasoned here. You can smell the spices. You can feel the warmth. Not just from the sun, but from the people. They are proud of their food, and they should be. It is a reflection of their spirit, resilient, vibrant, full of life. This journey was about more than just eating. It was about understanding. Understanding St. Lucia, one dish at a time. We are looking for the soul of St. Lucian cooking. It is found in the bustling markets, in the small roadside shacks. This is where the true flavors of the island come alive. Let's go find them. Every island has a pulse. In St. Lucia you find it in Castries, specifically in the Castries Central Market. This place is alive. It is a riot of color, sound, and smell. The energy is infectious. People are everywhere, talking, laughing, bargaining. This is not a quiet, sterile supermarket. This is real life. This is where the island comes to shop, to connect, to share. The market building itself is historic. It has stood for generations. It has seen countless vendors. The ironwork is old. The roof is high. It provides shade from the hot Caribbean sun. Inside, stalls are packed tightly together. Each one is a small kingdom, ruled by a proud vendor, selling their goods, their treasures from the earth, or from the sea. It is a beautiful chaos. I walked through the aisles. My senses were on high alert. The smell of ripe mangoes mixed with fresh fish. The scent of cinnamon and nutmeg hung in the air. Brightly colored peppers were piled high, strange and wonderful fruits I had never seen before. Green bananas, called figs here, were everywhere. Dasheen, yams, sweet potatoes. The bounty of the island was on full display. It was a feast for the eyes. This market is more than just a place to buy food. It is a community. People greet each other warmly, news is exchanged, gossip is shared. It is a social hub, a place where traditions are passed down, where recipes are born. This market is the starting point for so many Lucian meals. It is the heart of the island's kitchen. The vendors in Castries Market are the stars. They are the keepers of the island's flavors. I stopped to talk to a woman selling spices. Her stall was a rainbow of powders and dried leaves, cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, cloves, star anise. She told me about her spice blends, secret recipes passed down from her grandmother. She ground them fresh each day. The aroma was incredible. She smiled, proud of her work. Further on, a fisherman was selling his morning's catch. Silver fish gleamed on a bed of ice, red snapper, mahi-mahi, kingfish. He spoke with a thick Creole accent. He told me about the best way to cook each fish, grilled simply, or stewed with local herbs. He handled the fish with respect. He knew the sea, he knew its gifts. Then there were the fruit sellers, mountains of mangoes, pineapples so sweet they dripped juice, passion fruit, soursop, guava. One lady offered me a slice of fresh pineapple. It was the best I had ever tasted, sweet, tangy, exploding with flavor. She laughed at my surprised expression. "That's St. Lucia, baby," she said. Her stall was her stage, and she was a performer, selling her sweet, juicy treasures. These encounters are what make a market special. It is not just about the products, it is about the people, their stories, their passion. They are not just selling food, they are selling a piece of their culture, a piece of their island. Each smile, each conversation added another layer to my understanding. The market was a living, breathing classroom, and I was an eager student, learning about St. Lucia from the ground up, from the people who know it best. If there is one dish you must try in St. Lucia, it is this. Green fig and saltfish. It is the national dish. Green bananas, figs, and salted cod. But it is so much more. A taste of history, a taste of home. The figs are unripe green bananas, boiled until tender. The saltfish is soaked, flaked, and sautéed with onions, peppers, garlic, and herbs. The combination is magic. The savory, salty fish. The mild, starchy figs. It is a perfect balance. A symbol of Lucian identity. A dish born from hardship, celebrated with pride. It is St. Lucia on a plate. Beyond the fig, a taste of Lucian staples. Green fig and saltfish may be king, but St. Lucia's culinary kingdom has many other nobles. Breadfruit is one. This large, green, starchy fruit is a staple. Roasted breadfruit is amazing. Cooked directly in the embers of a fire, the inside becomes soft and smoky, served with butter or alongside stewed meats or fish. Then there is callaloo soup, a rich green soup made from dasheen leaves or spinach, cooked with coconut milk, okra, crabs or salt meat, and seasoned with local herbs and peppers. Each family has its own version, always flavorful, always comforting, a true Caribbean classic, surprisingly light, yet deeply satisfying. Okra is another treat. Saltfish fritters, the same saltfish used in the national dish, mixed into a seasoned batter, and deep fried until golden and crispy. A popular snack or appetizer, perfect with a cold Piton beer. Crunchy outside, soft inside, little bites of salty, fishy goodness. You cannot eat just one. And let's not forget the ground provisions. Yams, dasheen, sweet potatoes. These root vegetables are fundamental. They provide substance and comfort. They connect the people to the land. These dishes are not complicated, they are honest, made with fresh local ingredients. They represent the everyday food of St. Lucia, the food that fuels the island. A melting pot of tastes, culinary heritage. St. Lucian cuisine is a story written by many authors over many centuries. It is a true melting pot, a fusion of different cultures, each leaving its mark on the island's palate. To understand the food, you must understand the history. The island has been fought over, colonized, and through it all, a unique culinary identity has emerged. The earliest inhabitants were the Arawaks and Caribs. They contributed ingredients like cassava and chili peppers. Then came the Europeans. The French were the first to settle in large numbers. They brought their culinary techniques, their love for herbs and sauces. The British also ruled St. Lucia for many years. They introduced things like breadfruit, which, ironically, they brought from the Pacific to feed the enslaved population. Then came the East Indians, indentured laborers brought to the island after slavery was abolished. They brought their spices, turmeric, cumin, coriander, masala. All these threads, African, European, Indian, Amerindian, woven together, creating the rich tapestry that is St. Lucian food. Echoes of Africa and Europe, shaping the plate. The African influence on St. Lucian food is profound. Enslaved Africans brought their cooking methods, their ingredients, their resilience. They adapted to their new environment using what was available. One-pot cooking is a hallmark of African culinary traditions. Stews, soups, dishes where everything simmers together, creating rich, complex flavors. The French legacy is also undeniable. The emphasis on fresh herbs, the techniques of braising and stewing, the love of good bread. Many local dishes have French Creole names. Even the British left their mark, beyond saltfish. Afternoon tea, while not as prevalent as in other former colonies, has its echoes. The interplay of these European influences with the dominant African base is fascinating. It is a culinary conversation that has been going on for centuries, each culture adding its voice, its flavor. The result is something uniquely Lucian, something delicious. My Lucian kitchen first bites and lasting impressions. My journey through St. Lucian food was full of surprises and pure delight. I remember my first encounter with a bake. A simple fried dough, but oh so good. Especially when warm, stuffed with cheese or saltfish. It was a humble snack, but it spoke volumes about island ingenuity, making something delicious from basic ingredients. Then there was the cocoa tea. Not hot chocolate as you might know it, This is different, made from local cocoa sticks, grated and boiled with milk, water, and spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, bay leaf. It is rich, it is fragrant, it is slightly bitter, but incredibly warming. I had it for breakfast one morning, served with a side of bakes. I tried things I had never heard of: soursop juice, sweet, tangy, and creamy; grilled plantains, caramelized and delicious. I even sampled some local rum. St. Lucia takes its rum seriously, and rightly so. It is smooth, it is potent, it is part of the island's spirit. Every meal felt like an adventure, a chance to discover something new, something authentic. The flavors were bold, unapologetic, just like the island itself. What struck me most was the freshness. Everything tasted like it had just been picked or caught. The fruits were bursting with juice, the vegetables were crisp, the fish was firm. There was a direct connection between the land, the sea, and the plate. This is not always easy to find, but in St. Lucia, it seemed effortless, natural. The food was alive, and it made me feel alive too. These are the tastes that stay with you long after you have left the island. Finding your feast, where the locals eat. Want to taste the real St. Lucia? Get away from the resorts. Look for small local eateries, the Tiplo. These family-run spots serve food made with love. The Gros Islet Friday night street party is famous for its food. Barbecued chicken, grilled fish, lambi, all cooked on the street. The air is thick with smoke and music. It is lively and fun. Ask locals for their favorite spots. These recommendations are gold. They will lead you to authentic, affordable places. Be open, try new things. That is part of the adventure. St. Lucian food is rich and diverse, reflecting its history. So explore, eat, and discover the delicious soul of St. Lucia. Your taste buds will thank you, and you will leave with vibrant memories.